3:17 in the morning. The house is dark, everything is quiet. And then, from somewhere near the kitchen, a sound. A slow, rhythmic tapping of small hooves on tile. A pause, a soft snort, and then the unmistakable sound of a snout pressing against the bottom of the fridge door. If a pig lives in the house, that sound is familiar. What most people do not realize is that it happens every single night, at almost the same time in almost the same sequence. We talked in the last video about how pigs see the humans they live with, how they assign roles and maintain a social hierarchy. The night is when that hierarchy becomes visible in a way the daytime never shows. And what happens between midnight and dawn is more structured, more intentional, and honestly more endearing than anyone would expect. My name is Bob, and I once stayed awake until 4 in the morning doing nothing but watching. What the whole crew did that night changed the way I understand these animals. The night starts the moment the house goes quiet. Not when the lights go off, when the sounds stop. Pigs are extraordinarily sensitive to ambient noise, the television, the dishwasher, footsteps, conversation. All of that registers as activity. The pig stays in her daytime mode, alert, interactive, responsive. But when the last human sound fades and the house settles into real silence, a switch flips. The pig does not go to sleep. She transitions into a different operating mode. Calmer, slower, more deliberate. Night mode. The first thing most pigs do is a perimeter check. This is not a casual wander, it is a patrol. The pig moves through the house in a consistent pattern, visiting the same rooms in the same order. The route is rarely random. It follows a loop that covers the main areas of the home, with brief pauses at key points. The front door, the back door, the windows on the ground floor. Any entry point that could, in the pig's assessment, represent a potential breach. She is not afraid. She is doing her job. In a wild herd, designated members patrol the perimeter of the sleeping group's territory. Domestic pigs retain that instinct entirely. The house is the territory. The sleeping humans are the herd, and somebody has to walk the line. The road itself is learned, not inherited. A pig in a new house spends the first week or two mapping the space. The early patrols are longer, more erratic, with frequent stops and backtracking. By the third week, the route is locked in. Same sequence every night. Same pauses at the same spots. Now you pace. The patrol becomes a ritual, and the pig performs it with the same precision a security guard uses on a familiar beat. Any owner who has ever heard hooves clicking through the house in the same pattern night after night has been listening to the patrol without knowing what it was. The patrol takes roughly 5 to 10 minutes. Some pigs do it once and settle down. Some do it twice. The grumpy one, the one who runs the house like a shift supervisor, does it 3 times before she considers the premises secure. 3 full laps. Every door, every window, every corner. And if something is different, a bag left in the hallway, a shoe in a new spot, a door that is usually closed but is now open, she will stop, investigate, and add an extra loop to confirm. Changes to the environment at night receive more attention than changes during the day. At night, the pig takes the anomaly more seriously, because at night, she considers herself on duty. After the patrol comes the kitchen visit. This is the one that wakes people up. Somewhere around 2 or 3 in the morning, the pig will make her way to the kitchen. Not always for food. Sometimes the fridge door gets a nudge, which is the sound that carries through the whole house at 3 a.m. and makes owners wonder if they have a burglar. But more often the kitchen visit is sensory. The pig is checking smells. The kitchen is the highest concentration of olfactory data in the house. What was cooked, what was stored, whether anything has changed since the last check. The pig catalogs the scent profile of the kitchen, the way a security system logs entries. She is not hungry. She is auditing. The counters get a snout sweep. The trash can gets a long, slow inhale. The area under the table gets a thorough pass because that is where crumbs accumulate, and crumbs are evidence. The whole process takes about 5 to 8 minutes, and it is remarkably systematic. The pig works in a pattern, not a random zigzag. She covers the room the same way she covers the patrol route, with structure and consistency. Though, if something edible happens to be within reach during the audit, she is absolutely going to eat it. That part is not instinct. That part is opportunism. Then comes the part that nobody expects, the bedroom check. Between roughly 3 and 4 in the morning, most pigs will visit the room where their person sleeps. The pig does not enter loudly. She approaches the door, pauses, listens. If the door is open, she will walk in, approach the bed, and stand there for anywhere from 10 seconds to 2 full minutes. She is not waiting for food. She is not asking to be let out. She is confirming that her person is still there, still breathing, still present. This is the same behavior observed in wild herds when a member checks on a sleeping companion. It is a welfare check. The pig version of walking into someone's room, confirming they are alive and walking back out satisfied. Some pigs make contact during this check. A snout pressed briefly against a dangling hand. A soft grunt that barely registers. Others stand in the doorway and listen, then leave without entering. Both versions mean the same thing. You are accounted for. There is one detail about the bedroom check that is easy to miss. The pig does not check every room where someone is sleeping. She checks the anchor's room, the person she has designated as her primary bond. In a household with multiple bedrooms, the pig will walk past other closed doors without pausing. But the anchor's door gets the stop, the listen, the pause, every night. If that door is closed and the pig cannot enter, she will stand outside it longer than she would stand inside an open one. The closed door does not stop the check. It adds duration to it. The sounds of the night deserve their own attention because they are different from daytime sounds and most owners never learn to decode them. The daytime grunt is social. It means proximity, contentment, communication. The nighttime sounds are functional. There is a low, almost inaudible hum that some pigs produce while patrolling. It is not a contact call. It is closer to self-soothing, a sound the pig makes to regulate her own state while moving through a dark, quiet environment. There is a short, sharp exhale through the nose that happens when the pig encounters something unexpected during the patrol. A new smell, a moved object, a sound from outside. That exhale is an alert, directed at no one in particular, logged internally. And then there is the sound that happens when the pig settles down for the final time. A long, slow sigh followed by silence. That sigh means the patrol is complete, the kitchen has been audited, the bedroom has been checked, and the pig has decided that the house is safe for the rest of the night. Everything is accounted for. She can sleep now. Owners who recognize that sigh learn to use it as their own signal. When the sigh comes through the walls at 3:30 in the morning, it means the pig has finished her rounds and the house has been cleared. No one taught her to do this. No one asked. She does it because, in her view, it needs to be done. Here's the part that reframes the whole thing. The night routine is not random behavior from a bored animal. It is a service. The pig is patrolling the territory, checking the food supply, and confirming the safety of her herd members every single night without being asked, without being trained, and without anyone knowing. That is not instinct running on autopilot. That is an animal that has taken responsibility for the household she lives in. And she does it in the dark, alone, while everyone else sleeps. And that is the part I love about living with them. The daytime is full of nudges, leans, grunts, lap climbs, all the visible stuff. But the night is where the real picture lives. A pig walking the perimeter at 2 in the morning, checking the doors, visiting the kitchen, standing at the edge of the bed for a full minute, then sighing and going to sleep. That is not a pet. That is a housemate who takes the night shift. And the grocery bill for that level of security is honestly surprisingly reasonable, as long as nobody leaves the fridge unlocked. Next video is about the single most controversial topic in the pig world. Do mini pigs actually stay mini? The answer involves genetics, marketing, and a truth that most breeders would rather not discuss. That one matters especially if anyone is thinking about getting a pig, or already has one and noticed she has not stopped growing.